I guess you love movies. I do too. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. And today, it's just going to be kind of a bit of a random video, a bit of a discussion. I haven't been making many videos recently. I've been a little bit lax on the uploads. The reason for that being that I have got a job and I have less time on my hands, less spare time to be making YouTube videos. I've been very active on Instagram recently. It doesn't take quite as long a process to write a post on Instagram about movies than it does to upload YouTube videos. Obviously I have to record the video, I have to put it on my editor, edit the video, render it, upload it and put it on YouTube, make thumbnails, all of that stuff. It is quite time consuming, so that is the reason why I haven't been making so many videos of recent. I do have a new job. I will be trying to weave in my YouTube when I can and when I have the opportunity to, because of course I want to make videos for you guys. I do have, I am going to see Solo, which is getting very middling reviews, but I'm going to be going to see that tomorrow when I'm recording this. So hopefully that's all good and everything. I'm not particularly looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. But you know, off from the tangent and sort of mini channel update, I'm going to be talking about a specific subject today. I might do this a little bit more often. But I'm going to be talking about why I no longer care about IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes ratings, because I now realise they don't matter at all. Before, I always used to look at them. I still do. I look at them to give me a barometer of how good a movie is. So I'll talk to you about why I now don't really care about this, okay? And to be honest, I'll start with Rotten Tomatoes, because I haven't cared about Rotten Tomatoes for quite a while now. Now, Rotten Tomatoes' rating system is fundamentally flawed anyway. So you're on Rotten Tomatoes, you see a movie that says it's got 100%. That does not mean that it is a masterpiece. It doesn't mean it's one of the greatest films of all time. It just means that 100% of critics, nobody dislikes this movie. That's what it means. It doesn't mean everybody loves it. It means everybody likes it to a degree. So, in theory, say there's 100 critics, for the sake of argument, and say all 100 of them gave the movie a 7 or 8 out of 10. That would give the movie 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but nobody would actually particularly love the movie. They just think it was good but nothing incredible. And then you have movies that have lower Rotten Tomatoes ratings but are actually loved by a higher proportion of people, showing that Rotten Tomatoes, the overall ratings, the one you see on Google when you type in a movie's name or whatever, is completely irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything because it doesn't really give you a good idea of the love for the movie. All it gives you an idea of is how many people like it, not love it. It just shows that, actually, if anything, it just shows you how few people dislike it, or how many people dislike it. That's really all it shows. If you want to really look to see how many people love the movie on Rotten Tomatoes, really, you should just go on the site and look at the rating underneath the actual Rotten Tomatoes score, because that really tells you more than anything else. So yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is pointless. I mean, there are movies go up and down on Rotten Tomatoes all the time, but I mean, so many films. I mean, I'll give you an example, and it's not a movie I hate or anything. I actually like it, but I've only seen it once. I saw it in theatres. I actually have a review. It's one of my first reviews on my channel, and it's Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water is a good movie, okay? It's very good. It's very well rounded. It does everything very well, but it doesn't blow me away in any particular area, because I think, you know, I've seen movies do this before. It isn't exactly new. It isn't exactly mind-blowing. It's just very well executed. So I enjoyed Hell or High Water. I believe Hell or High Water has a very high Rotten Tomatoes rating, somewhere around 98, 97. And that's because it's a movie that is very difficult to dislike, because there's not anything glaringly obvious wrong with it. It just isn't, you know, taking film in a new direction. It's just treading old paths but doing it very well. And that's where I look at Rotten Tomatoes and think, well, more ambitious films, for example, like The Tree of Life, which is a movie that a lot of people absolutely hate and a lot of people absolutely love, like me. I think it's a great film, and it has 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. Obviously that's still a good score, but it's nowhere near as Hell or High Water, and I think that's a superior film, The Tree of Life. And I think that's because it takes risks, and because there are people that don't like it, it almost makes the movie better if you do, because it takes those risks that mean that possibly you might not like this film, but if you do, it's really going to hit you hard. And I think that's why Rotten Tomatoes doesn't matter, because a lot of the time movies that end up being safe and difficult to dislike, in fact, get higher ratings than movies that really try and push the boundaries and be more ambitious and take risks, because when you take risks, some people aren't going to like those risks that you take, and that's just the way it is. And I think that's why Rotten Tomatoes is pretty much a pointless rating system. Now I'm going to get onto IMDb, because IMDb, especially a mixture of Metacritic score on IMDb and the normal IMDb score I look at. Okay, there are always movies that I think are overrated on IMDb. Interstellar, why does it have an 8.6 rating? I have no idea. Why does The Dark Knight Rises have such a high rating? I have no idea. I don't hate Nolan, I love him, but those two films are not his best, not by a long stretch. And Gladiator, why does that have such a high rating? I like Gladiator, but it's overrated to hell. So, a new film has come onto this list, and it's probably the most overrated by far. Possibly, maybe The Dark Knight Rises is more overrated, because I've come to the realisation over years and years of denial. I loved The Dark Knight Rises at first, then I realised it had a million plot holes, I hated it, then I started getting back into it again, and now I've just come to the conclusion that it's an overrated and kind of middling film with too many issues for me. But I think I went to see Avengers Infinity War recently. I've got a review of it up on my channel, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. Avengers Infinity War currently has 8.8 rating on IMDb. I think it's in the top 20 of all time on that list. That is absurd. And I like the movie. And I said it had obvious problems. It's not a perfect film. I don't know how this movie has a higher rating than Seven Samurai. Like, what the fuck? Like, I understand there are people that love Marvel movies, and I get it. But this is why I can't look at IMDb seriously when you have these movies right at the top of its list of the films on that website. I just can't look at it seriously and say, okay, that is that film should have that rating. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, especially when you see films like The Third Man and Vertigo slowly decreasing of rating. You know, their rating is slowly decreasing on IMDb, and it's so annoying to me to watch, because I'm like, for God's sake, these movies are masterpieces, and Infinity War has got an 8.8 rating. Like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck is going on? And that's why I just don't care anymore. And I think what it also comes down to is that I have confidence in my own opinion now. I can have an opinion of my own, and that's that, and I don't really care what the rest of the internet or the stratosphere think about the movie. You know, if 300,000 people who rated Infinity War think it is one of the 20 best films of all time, good for them. But I don't care, and I don't think that, and I'm not going to be influenced by the internet. And this is why ratings in general are pointless, because if you have any strength of will in your opinion and what you think of a film, then the ratings on these websites should make no difference to what you think of the movies. And I think that overall, there are always going to be films that I feel like are undervalued or overrated, and that's just the way it is. And I just don't really care about these sites anymore. They don't make any difference to me. I probably will stop checking them almost altogether, other than to, you know, rate for myself and put other movies on my watch list and so on. But I'm really not going to look at these sites anymore, because I will watch the movie for myself, and I will make a decision based on that, rather than, you know, making an assumption based on websites that are flawed in general. And that's just what I think of IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes now, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So there you go. That is my discussion of why I no longer care about IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes ratings. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, drop your comments down in the section below. If you want to see more of these videos, more discussion videos on certain filmy subjects, definitely let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb? Do you think Infinity War is overrated? Let me know all that stuff down in the comment section below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye.